we have a list of things which we either hate doing or we don't know how to do. We need to find the right people to do these tasks for us. So let's get started. So the first place we can look, some of you may know this site, it's called Fiverr.com. Fiverr is a micro outsourcing website where we can get stuff done for $5. I use it every week to outsource with amazing results. And yes, you can get things done for $5. You'd be amazed what you can get done on Fiverr for $5. So this is Fiverr.com. You can get all sorts of things, marketing related and non-marketing related. So you can get, things like somebody to sing you happy birthday and record a video of someone singing happy birthday for a friend or something. You can get, marketing tasks done on there, articles written. You can get search engine optimization done, all sorts of things on Fiverr.com for $5. So this is Fiverr.com. So this is somebody saying, I will do SEO article writing. And we can see here, that's $5. This has actually been, if you're in the UK, it will convert it at the current exchange rate to UK pounds. So when I took the screenshot, it was, I think they were charging £3.98, which is around $5 to write a 500-word article. And the great thing is everyone on Fiverr has feedback. So you can actually read the article, you can actually read the feedback, a bit like eBay. Everybody has feedback on Fiverr.com, so you can see if someone's had good feedback. And we can see, look, they've got 5 stars there in the top left, and they've got 1,895 reviews. So we know this person's going to do a good job. I will post 25 high quality posts to any forum you want. So how cool is that? So we can get somebody to write forum posts for us. This is another traffic strategy where we find high traffic website forums in our niche and we write content for the forums. And then when we write content on a forum, you can have, very similar to the blog post, we have a little free advert for our website. Not on all forums, but if you pick the right forums, and in that advert there can be a link back to our website. So we get somebody who'll do 25 of those for $5. I will do YouTube video social media domination for massive traffic. So someone will do video SEO on those. So remember those YouTube videos I showed you, which were ranked back in 2012 or 2010. This is the sort of thing I did. I didn't actually use Fiverr back then, because I'm not sure it was even around back then, or I just didn't know about it. I actually used another website, but you can see here, you can get. I've used Fiverr.com loads of times to get videos ranked in Google, and that's only $5. So if you want to get slightly larger tasks outsourced, so sometimes it might be a bigger project. You might want to get 10 articles written, or you might want a 1,000-word article written, or you might want to create a book, or you might want to build a whole website. You want to use, it might be a slightly bigger project. So the site I use is a site called Upwork, formerly known as Elance. So Upwork is the largest outsourcing website on the internet right now. And quick question. So I just want to ask everybody who feels overwhelmed with all the different social media traffic generation techniques out there. Who kind of feels, yeah, me. Craig saying, me. Bob saying, God, they're quick off the mark, aren't they? Robert's okay. We've got lots and lots and lots of yes, hell yes. Phil saying, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, absolutely. So this is where we can actually get this stuff outsourced. We can actually outsource an entire campaign. We can find experts on Upwork, or experts will actually find us on Upwork if we want to do a whole social media campaign, which is really cool. So let's see how this works. So the big difference with Upwork and Fiverr is on Upwork, we post a job, and the great thing is we post a job and people apply for that job. So that's how it works. Now, the great thing about Upwork as well is that we can actually click on here where it says, find freelancers, and we can post a job. But we can also click on another link on here, and we can actually read other people's adverts. So we can actually see what jobs other people are posting, our competitors. So we can, this is, being dyslexic, this is what I do. I go and look at what other people what other jobs are very similar to my job, and I can get an idea of how they've written out their post and how much money they're charging. So that's what I do. Little secret there. Do a little bit of market research even when I'm posting an advert. So if you're doing that thing where we're posting articles on other people's websites, so we're doing guest blog posting, you want to see who else is advertising for that and how they've laid their advert out and how much how much they're willing to pay. So that's what I do. Anyway, so we can post a job here. We click on post job, and so what I'm putting here is an article writer guest poster needed. This is a blog post which an advert for a job which I've just posted. And I'm saying I'm looking for somebody that can write guest blog posts and submit them to authority websites for me. The post will be primarily about affiliate marketing and traffic generation. I need 3 posts writing. Each post will be between 600 and 700 words. Just a little tip here. I try not to do 500-word articles. I try and keep my articles between 600 and 700 words. I think Google prefers the slightly longer articles, and I think the websites do as well. I find that a lot of people who accept guest blog posts, that seems to be the kind of sweet spot between 600 and 700 words. So next what I say is you will also be responsible for submitting your articles to a list of websites which I provide. So I do the research, and then I just get them to write the content and submit it. The content must be 100% original and not be spun content. All that means is it mustn't be content written by like some software program or rogue robot. So I'm telling them that it has to be unique. It can't be machine generated. And then I say a couple of very interesting things here. I say, this is a very easy job for an expert content writer. So I'm implying that it's an easy job, even though I'd find it difficult because I don't want to pay a lot of money. So if I said this is a really complicated job only for an expert, they're going to charge me more money, right? So I say, oh, this is an easy job for an expert content writer because I don't want to pay top dollar. Little trick there. Even if it's a complicated job, you say that. Then I say underneath, if you complete this job successfully, I will be looking to work with you on a regular basis. Who knows why I've said that? Who can tell me why I've said that? If you complete this job successfully, I'll be looking to work with you on a regular basis. Who knows why I've said that? Who can guess? Okay, yeah, absolute Parody's got it right. Yeah, so long-term work option so that you can get a better price. I was saying so they'll do a good job. Yeah, absolutely. So if somebody thinks, wow, this, I might even get a full-time job if I do, a good job on this small piece. That means that they will probably submit it on time. They'll probably do a really good job because they want more work from you later. This is something I put on every job post, even if I'm just creating like some, I don't know, let's say I'm creating an obscure software product. I'm never going to do it again. I'll still say that because I want them to do the best possible job for me. So just some little tips there on posting jobs. Okay, so I put here I'll pay a fixed price, and I put $30. Again, how did I know what price to put in there? Well, I searched the index on Upwork, and I saw about 10 or 15 other people had similar jobs to this, and they seemed to be around $30. So I thought, well, that must be the kind of price. Now, the way this site works is kind of like a reverse auction. So you'll say it's $30, and then somebody will come on and say, yeah, I can do it for 30. Someone else will come on and say, I can do it for 20. I can do it for 15. You might even get someone coming on and saying, I'll do it for $50. So you get different price levels, and then it's up to you to decide who gets the job. So, and again, it's really up to you who you accept. But if you don't know, like I said, you don't know how to pay, you just go and look at I typed in article writer as if I was someone looking for a job on this website, and I went through and just searched what other jobs which are out there. So you can very quickly get an idea of what the market entails very, very quickly. The other thing which you can do is you can offer a bonus to your, you can say in your description, if the job is completed on time, I will be paying a $10 bonus. So that's another little trick there. to make sure that your job will be submitted on time. So the way that a lot of people who work on these sites, the way it works is the outsourcers will apply for like every single job out there. So maybe they'll apply for 100 jobs a week, and out of those 100, maybe they get 10, yeah? Well, every now and again, they might get 50, just get lucky. And then guess what happens? You know, you have to wait ages for your articles to get done. But if you've said in your description that you'll give them a $10 bonus, guess whose job gets done first? Yeah, absolutely yours. Dave's saying yours, of course. Yeah, absolutely. So if they've suddenly got a load of stuff to do, and they'll look at the things and think, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, Sarah, she said she'd pay a $10 bonus if I do it on time. So they make sure they do your one first. So that's just another little tip if you're on a kind of like a time deadline. That can happen every now and again with outsourcers. Okay, so example of some jobs I've had done on Upwork. It was Elance, you know, back in the day. So I've been using it for quite a few years. English speaking forum poster, comment expert. I've hired several people to do that in the past, and I've just recently hired another person. Short YouTube tutorial videos, native English speaker. So I'm just looking for somebody at the moment to do that. Simple software bot. I'm constantly creating software. To be honest, I should be completely honest with you, I quite rarely sell software products. Most of the software products I have developed are for my own use. So it's quite often something that's very laborious or time consuming. Sometimes it's better, rather than paying other people to do it, you decide what needs to be done, and then you just pay someone to create a software program to do that job for you. So I've sold some software products in the past, but to be honest, most of my software products, which I have in-house and my staff use, are software products which I've just had done from programmers on Upwork. So that's the kind of stuff which I have outsourced, because I wouldn't know how to create it myself. I just say what I want done. Headlines converted into graphics for sales pages. When you have those big kind of fancy headlines that you see on sales pages, those are done as graphics. So I just type it out in Word, give it to them, and then they convert those into graphics. To set up only wire bookmarking accounts, writing, ebook writing, how to build your own wind turbines. So this is one of the first niches I was ever in, was the alternative energy niche. And I created several products in the alternative energy niche. One of them was how to build your own wind turbines. You can actually build your own wind turbines out of like scrap parts. Who knew? So I got an outsourcer to create an ebook for that, and sold it as my own product. Article writing based on training videos. So I had an idea once. I thought, well, why not? I've got all these like training videos out there. Why not just have articles written based on the videos? So I've created loads and loads of videos. Why not just give those videos to like some outsourcer and just get them to create, you know, it's like 1,000-word articles from each video, and that's what they did. So I've just got more content. YouTube SEO expert needed. So these are all types of kind of jobs I've had done on Upwork.com. Step 3, finding the stars. So very quickly, you know, you'll have outsourcers queuing up to do the jobs that you hate. So now you just need to narrow that field. You need to check the feedback and reviews. There's going to be lots and lots of them. And only consider people with good feedback and good reviews. This is really important. When you post a job, you're going to get loads and loads of people saying that they can do the job. Now, some of those people have absolutely no experience and probably do quite a bad job. And other people will have a lot of experience, and those are the people you want to employ. So the English-speaking forum poster, this job which I posted, I had lots and lots of people applying for it. And these were the first 3, actually. So the first person here at the top, she has 0 hours, which means she has no experience, really, in effect. And then below, we've got this guy below, who I've actually blanked his name out because I've hired him and I don't want anyone else to use him because he's really good. And he's got, look, 5,000 hours of experience. How cool is that? So that's who I actually hired. So we can get someone who's got 5,000 hours of experience doing this very task. And when we click on it, we can go and have a look. So he actually did $1,500 worth of work from one company and had 5 out of 5 stars. Look at that. So, you know, and that was recent. It wasn't like, you know, this isn't feedback from 10 years ago or something, or 5 years ago. This is, you know, very, very recent. This was, you know, close to Christmas last year. So we can see the feedback wasn't that long ago. which is really good. So these are the types of people which we want to make sure that we hire. So we only want to hire the stars, the people who have got the best feedback. Really, really important. So step 4, managing your stars, really important. So once we find the people, we need to tell them what exactly, we need to give them like a really good brief of what we want done, particularly if it's software, because that can be quite complex. Written content, not so hard, but if it's just an article. So, there's kind of 2 ways you can do this. You can, write down what you want done. So you can say, okay, I need a 500-word article written about dog training. It needs to include these keywords. It needs to be 500 words long. Please don't use any spun content, blah, blah, blah. Or if it's slightly more complicated, let's say you want to have a website built or a software product or something like that, we can actually create a short video using Snagit or Jing. And this is something I do all of the time. Sometimes just because I don't have enough time to write a written description. I'm also I keep coming back to this, I know, but being dyslexic, it just takes me a long time sometimes to write stuff. So for instance, with one of my outsourcers this afternoon, she was creating my new logo. She's done a brilliant job, created like 20 different concepts, and there was just this one concept which I really liked, and the logo was really good, but it was kind of like it's like a square logo, and it was like offset to one side a bit. I wanted it the kind of square moved so it was at 90 degrees, so it was like straight. Kind of really, I find stuff like that really hard to explain, writing stuff down because I'm dyslexic. So what I did was I used Snagit to create a 30-second video. I just said, hi, love the graphic which you just did. Could you just literally the square bit of the logo, could you just make it straight, turn it round, and save it as another version, please? I clicked on send, sent that to her. Within half an hour, it was literally just before this webinar, she sent me a link to the new one. Bang, done. Very, very easy. I use a program. There's 2 programs I use. I use Snagit, which is a $30 program. Or there is another program called Jing, which is another software product which I've used. And this one is completely free. And the great thing about this product is you plug a microphone into your computer. If you've got a laptop, you can just use the microphone built in. And you click on the record button and it records your computer screen and it records your voice as well. So you can make a video, and if someone's created something for you, you can show it to them in the screen with your mouse. You can point at it and say, that's great. Can you just change this line and put it over there or something like that? And then you click stop, and then you push another button and it uploads it to the internet to a special website, which is included. And then it generates a blue clickable link, which you can paste into a Skype chat or an email or a job description or something like that. So it's very, very quick. The other thing which you can do with these programs is instead of a video, you can actually create a screenshot. So you can draw a square around your screen and it will do like a snapshot of your computer screen. And then with one of these tools, you can actually just draw on the screen and point an arrow and say, move this up. And then again, you click one button and it uploads it to the internet, and you can send that to your outsourcer. So that name of that program is Jing, J-I-N-G. It's 100% free. And the other, so that's a free version, Jing, J-I-N-G, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The one I actually tend to use most of all right now, this is one I used to use when I first started. However, I use a paid program now called Snagit, which I think is about $30 or $40, which is slightly better because you've got a bit more editing capabilities with Snagit. Not very expensive, another great program. But Jing is free. It's by the same company, so TechSmith. So they make Jing, and then they make the slightly more expensive paid version, which is called Snagit. So that's something that I use every single day for my outsourcers because it's just so quick and easy. So again, you need to work out a way to communicate with your stars. The other thing which I use a lot is Skype. So with outsourcers, it's usually quite good if you can, kind of hard to do on Fiverr, but when you're working with people on Upwork, you want to try and connect with them on Skype, and then you can actually literally speak to them on the phone. That's really useful. I find that very useful to have a conversation with somebody, or you can just do like a live chat with them as well, and that can really speed things up. A little thing with that, if you've got them on Skype and you then do another job with them in the future, always go through the outsourcing website. Just a little thing. because it just protects you against anything that might happen. So it's important to make sure that any new jobs you do put through the outsourcing site. That's just really, really important. So the stars, you need to keep your stars happy, provide good instructions, and always give them a bonus if they do a good job. Again, this is something I've done a lot, particularly with people who work in third world countries. I always give them a bonus. So if they do a graphic for $20 or $30, it tends to be on people on Upwork. So if they do a job for like, $20, $30 and they do a good job, I'll give them a $5 bonus or a $10 bonus. And they kind of get to know me, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, Sarah, she always gives me a bonus. So when I say, can you do a job? They're always like, oh yeah, we can do it. So, if they get to know, oh, working for Sarah is really good because she gives bonuses if I deliver it on time and I do a good job. So that's just a little tip there. If you're working with outsourcers, treat them well, give them bonuses and incentives to make it fun to work for you, and always pay them well. And I always do that with all of my staff. I give them bonuses and things like that. Pay for stuff for them. I've had outsourcers before who I do a lot of work with, and her computer broke, so I bought her a new computer. So these sorts of things you should do, particularly if you're working with people a lot, it just makes you need to be a good person to work for. That's really important. So who would you? So would you like to know how you can use what we've just learned to make some quick cash within the next 24 hours. So we've just learned some outsourcing methods. Who wants to make some quick cash with that in the next 24 hours? Yeah. Okay, Gordon's saying yes. Dennis is saying yes. Roger's saying me. Okay, brilliant. Fantastic. Right, well, let's get started with that then. Let's make some quick cash. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a kind of like a case study of what I did to make some quick cash with this. So in essence, what we can do to make quick cash with outsourcing is kind of like arbitrage. So we, and this a lot of people do this. So in effect, what we do is we find gigs on Fiverr for $5 and we resell those services and mark them up on other outsourcing websites. So this is something I've personally never actually done for cash. However, it is something I've done for barter deals, which has been really profitable for me. So let me give you an example of how this has worked for me. So this is my house in France here on the top here. We originally owned the house on the right, and then we bought the house on the left. So now we've got this whole thing. We've had builders there for over a year. So we've kind of we're actually on our third set of builders now, believe it or not, because it's been such a big job. This is the back of the house here with the digger. We own the whole thing there on the other side of the fence as well. And we built an extension on the house as well. So big job. Here's our builders on the right here. This is Andy on the left, and the guy on the right, I can't quite remember his name. That's just one of his mates who was there on the day. But Andy on the left here, he's a very, what I would call untech savvy kind of guy. He's got one of those really old mobile phones, definitely not a smartphone, doesn't really use the internet very much. Okay, so doesn't use his internet much, and he has an email, but he very rarely kind of like reads his email. Maybe like a couple of times a month he reads his email, so I don't really think he uses computers much. However, we got chatting a few times, and he kept saying, oh, I must have a website. All my mates tell me that I should have a website, and my missus has been on at me to get a website and put my jobs up there, and all my friends, they seem to get work off the internet and I don't. And he was kind of moaning about it, and I was saying, well, you should get a website, it's not that hard. And he said, well, can you build one for me? How much would you charge? And to be honest, I've always made a point in my business of not doing outsourcing work myself. I'm not an outsourcer, so I don't do work for other people. I can make a lot more work doing affiliate marketing and stuff like that than I could selling my services. So I've always made a point of not doing work for other people. That's been my big thing. I've definitely not wanted to do that. So I said to Andy, I said, sorry, I don't really do that. It's not something I do in my business. So he said, well, could you recommend somebody? And it's one of these things where someone keeps asking you. So one day I just said, okay, look, I'll do something for you. I'll build a simple site for you, like a business card website with 5 pages. We'll put some photos of your stuff up, and I'll create like an email address with your own domain name. We'll buy a domain name and we'll set it all up. And he said, well, how much would you charge? And I didn't really know because I'd never done this before. And I said to Andy, I said, well, look, you charge me, Andy charges me 200 euros a day. That's what he charges, like a couple of $100 a day, yeah, to do work for me. That's what he charges. So I said, well, look, how about you do 3 days work for free and I'll build you a website? And he said, yeah, done. And as soon as he said done that quickly, I thought, damn, I charged too little. I should have said 5 days. So I built this website for him. I didn't actually do it. I went to Fiverr.com and it didn't actually cost me $5. I think I had to buy several gigs. It ended up costing me about $80. But Andy was very, very happy with the results. And he ended up with a simple 5-page website, his own email address. He was dead chuffed about that. I even charged him extra for the domain name. And he actually ended up doing an extra couple of days work for me because he was so pleased. So, so he did like almost 5 days work for me for free. And this thing only cost me like $80 worth of work, which is crazy when you think about it. So these are the types of things you can do with outsourcing arbitrage. And I've got a lot of friends who have done this and sold their services to things like hairdressers and nail salons and got free manicures and extra money. And also on other outsourcing websites. I mean, here's Craigslist as an example. Craigslist is available in most countries, mainly in America. It is available in England. But look here, looking for writers. So look here, there's an advert here, wanted advert, people looking for writers. And they're willing to pay $2,000 a month for somebody working from home doing that. Well, we know we could get this stuff outsourced. And, if we look at the jobs board, there are people looking for jobs, looking for people rather, not jobs, looking for freelancers in accounting, finance, art, media, design, customer service, marketing, PR, ads, sales, business development, software development, etc. And, there's lots of possibilities there. Not everybody knows that Fiverr.com is available. And I've personally known lots of people who have purchased, who make a lot of money selling, outsourcing services on other websites like the Warrior Forum, who just get the work done on Fiverr.com. There are a lot of people who do that and make a lot of money doing that. So there are a lot of possibilities. So just a really quick recap. You're going to work out what you need, where to look is the next step. Step 2 is where you look for the people. Step 3 is where to find the stars, the people with the best feedback. And step 4 is managing your stars. And then step 5, we covered some quick cash techniques. So that's kind of like what we've covered tonight. Now, who here has a little bit of information overload? Who feels a bit like that? Okay, yep. Greg saying yes. Me. Yes, yeah. Okay, again, lots and lots of people saying yes, absolutely. Okay, Greg saying, I hope your builder's not watching this. No, I don't think so, Greg. He's not really an internet type person, but who knows? Okay, so if you're someone who needs more traffic or simply doesn't have enough time to implement this stuff, you might be wondering how you can use the tactics and strategies I just shared with you quickly and easily. Clearly, everybody knows that outsourcing works. Just look at how many top marketers outsource their traffic generation. Just think about that for a second. And that's why they're smart to deploy outsourcing in their business. And you're smart to deploy outsourcing in your business. So what I just showed you is the exact system I've personally used to build my list to 100,000 and make over $1 million per year. I haven't done that myself, those big numbers. I've done that because I've hired the right people. And if you like, if you'd like me to help you implement everything we've just gone over, I'd be delighted. So here's how we'll do it. What I've done is I've created a course called Outsourcing Power. And what I've actually done is I've compiled everything I know about social media traffic and everything I know about outsourcing into one course. And what it's all about is how to outsource the tasks that you hate and outsource the tasks that you're no good at, and also how to drive traffic, become an authority in any marketplace in just 28 days and make sales. So if you want to stop overwhelm, have a lifestyle type business, and have the freedom to travel and do other cool stuff, all whilst making a 6-figure income, this is definitely for you. So here's how we'll do it. So Outsourcing Power is split into several modules. Module 1 is how to start quickly with a small budget. How to micro outsource tasks for just $5 so that you can start with little or no risk. I'm going to show you how you can outsource graphics creation, traffic generation, content writing, squeeze pages, review videos, and lots more. And how Sarah Star Business School outsources small tasks for as little as 2 cents per click. I'm going to show you that all in Module 1. Module 2, over-the-shoulder hiring. You're going to watch me live as I outsource social media traffic, how to find the best outsourcers, training your outsourcers, tools I use, how to get great deals from your outsourcing staff, and also mistakes, common mistakes to avoid. Really important that. In Module 3, we're going to cover content creation. So, my best resources for getting content created, articles, blog posts, email sequences, and even full ebooks. This will enable you to get high quality content created super fast. I'm also going to give you a case study of how I outsourced my new book. I'm going to reveal my secret strategy for creating physical books in under a month so that you can become a published author. Also, how to syndicate your content for large-scale social media traffic. The best part is, once you do this and set this up, you'll continue to get traffic for literally for years to come. I'm going to show. So in Module 4, this is all about full-time automation, hiring full-time staff. How to hire full-time employees for just $180 a month. It's crazy, isn't it? You can actually hire, really good people for $180 a month, or hire someone part-time for only $2 per hour. Just imagine how much traffic generation you could get done if you had somebody working 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours a week implementing social media traffic for you. Imagine that. Imagine if you had someone doing social media traffic 20 hours a week. Imagine how much traffic you could get if you had somebody just doing that full-time for you. In Module 5, we're going to cover software creation, how to get software automation tools created to give you the edge over your competition, and also how to get software products created so that you can sell them as your own products. That's what we're going to cover in Module 5. Now, I'm also going to include, I've never done this before, but I've compiled everything I know about social media traffic and put it into what I call the Social Media Traffic Training Library. And this is a kind of content vault for you and your outsourcers. And you're going to get manuals, written manuals on all of these different things. Everything I know about social media traffic, YouTube SEO, website SEO, blog commenting, forum marketing, Twitter marketing, guest posting, article marketing, social book marketing, Pinterest marketing, Google+. You're going to get full manuals on all of that so that you can get this stuff outsourced. You'll know exactly what processes need to be done and how to get those exact processes outsourced. Now, you're getting the exact system I've personally used to create the business of my dreams and make over $1 million per year. So here's what you're going to get with Outsourcing Power. You're going to get the 5 weeks worth of coaching. So Module 1, how to start quickly with a small budget. Module 2, the over-the-shoulder hiring. Module 3, the content creation. Module 4, full-time automation. And Module 5, software creation. Now that's at a value of over $1,997. But you're also going to receive, remember, my social media traffic training library. This is the full training for your outsourcers. I'm going to show you every single aspect of social media free traffic. That's a value of over $997. So that's a total value of $2,997. Now, I'm actually planning to sell this course for over $2,000 at some point, but and I am actually going to be selling this for $1,000 as well. But what I'm actually going to do today is give it to you for only $497. Now, I said $2,000 because each one of those products is worth at least $1,000. You're getting 2 products there, and it's not $2,000, it's not $1,000. like I said, it's only $497, which is absolutely crazy. So if you go to outsourcingpower.com, you can sign up right now. So most internet marketers have a big problem. Number one, they suffer from overwhelm. Number two problem really is traffic generation. And number three is technical challenges. So, those are three obstacles most people have. So I want to remove those obstacles for you. And that's exactly what I've done with Outsourcing Power. So here's what I want you to do next. I want you to go to outsourcingpower.com, sign up, and you will then receive an email with your login information straight away to the members area where you can get started at outsourcingpower.com. So if you want to have more free time, drive more traffic, make more sales, and get other people to do the hard work for you, go to outsourcingpower.com. Now, I've got a couple of absolutely dynamite bonuses for you tonight. Now, mega bonus number one is what I've actually done is I put on a special closed door workshop for my top end mentoring students last year. It was at the end of last year, and we actually charged I think it was well, in the dollar, because we actually charged in sterling for it, so the dollar value of that was around $800 for that training day. It's about £600, so that's about $800, I suppose, is what we charged to actually be there. And we actually did film the event. We've never sold the recordings of this event, and we're never going to sell the recordings of this event. However, you're going to get access to those videos. My affiliate training day 2016, I think that was November or December that was filmed, and you're going to get that as a free bonus if you sign up tonight. And that tells you exactly what you need to do to get started with affiliate marketing. Bonus number two is your own virtual assistant. So imagine having your own virtual assistant for 30 hours. Well, that's what I've included. If you sign up today, you're going to get 30 hours worth of virtual assistant included, and that's valued at over $300. So imagine having your own assistant paid for 30 hours. Well, that's what I'm including without Outsourcing Power. I'm going to give you 30 hours of your own virtual assistant, and that's valued at $300. Okay, so here's what you're going to get. You're going to get 5 weeks worth of coaching with Outsourcing Power, how to set up, how to start quickly with a small budget, over-the-shoulder hiring, how to outsource content creation, how to hire a full-time outsourcer, how to outsource software creation. That's all valued at $1,997. The social media traffic training library, that's valued at $997. The affiliate training day videos 2016, that's valued at $800. Your own virtual assistant paid for 30 hours, that's valued at $300. Which is, I just think, an incredible deal. That's all valued at over $4,094. But today you're going to get that for only $497. That's this webinar only. It's a new year. This is why I'm putting this on. Like I said, this price will go up, and I can't include that virtual assistant for forever. So this is literally just for this week, especially with the virtual assistant. If I offer too many of those, I will kind of, lose money. So, if all this did was automate your social media traffic and generate you an extra $2,000 per month for the rest of your life, would it be worth the investment of $500? Who thinks that? Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're getting a ton of yeses coming in. I think you would all agree that the answer is a definite yes. And so you've watched this entire presentation. You want to be able to automate social media traffic and outsource the tasks that you absolutely hate. And this is of excellent value, and you want to take advantage of the incredible discount and the amazing bonuses. If you go to outsourcingpower.com, I'd be delighted to help you get started with your outsourcing. Fantastic. Right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up to Q&A. So we'll have a ton of questions coming in. And I've got Catherine actually on the line as well, and she's going to read out some of those questions. We've had a load of questions coming in. Hi, Catherine.
Hello, Sarah. Good evening.
Good evening.
The first question I'm going to ask is from William, because I need to have some clarification. I'm not quite sure what he means. He says, please, can you give us some affiliate companies' names?
Yeah, okay. Well, I have to be completely honest with you. The best affiliates are best. Affiliate programs are not the publicly available ones. So, I would say the best thing to do is you want to search for those on Google. But the kind of the big networks are things ClickBank, JVZoo, Warrior Plus. That's a good place to get started.
Thank you, Sarah. Tom says, can he outsource everything because English is his second language?
Yeah, okay. I would say yes, pretty much. You can outsource everything. I mean, obviously, you're going to need to be the kind of manager of your business. So, all the kind of daily activities, yes, that can be outsourced. So, in effect, what you want to be is the kind of manager of your business, and that's a very good kind of way to do things. So yes, is the answer to that.
Is there anything my question, just as a matter of interest, is there anything you've never outsourced?
Well, obviously things. No, I don't think there is really. I mean, my personal email, to be honest, is I don't outsource my personal email, my email in my inbox, although I have thought about it. It has crossed my mind. I have to be completely honest. I have thought about outsourcing my email because it kind of annoys me when I get so many emails in my inbox, and I just thought, well, maybe I could have one of my outsourcers go through my emails and just send me the ones that are actually really important. So that is something I've even thought about outsourcing that, but I think I've pretty much outsourced everything because Oh,
I did that years ago.
Yeah.
Outsource that. That is one major thing that has to be outsourced. That you just get too many emails to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Liz says, is it free to sign up for a membership on Fiverr?
Yes, it is. Yes, it's free to sign up with all these websites.
I think it is if you're doing a job, it's always free. I think I can't think of anyone that charges you.
No, there's no charge to sign up.
And Tom says, how much can I charge for social media page management?
Not sure what you mean by that. How much can you charge for social media page management? Or rather, if that's a question of how much would it cost for social media management, it's probably how much does it cost for social media management. Well, it depends what kind of it's very much how long's a piece of string. So you need to work out what other people. The big thing with this is you need to go in and see what other people have. Look for other people who are advertising similar positions and see what they're charging. That's my first tip. Who are in similar situations. So do a bit of market research, see what the market is currently charging, and that's what I would always do.
Yeah, I think it's a good tip that Sarah, never put a job out until you've actually outsourced what everybody else is charging for it.
Yeah.
Jane says she wants to sign up, but when does the outsourcing course begin?
Well, it's all pre-recorded, so it's all up there now. So as soon as you signed up, you can get rolling with it straight away.
Thank you. Mary has a very interesting question. She says, how do I know someone has read my project properly?
Well, that's okay. So there's lots of different tricks, and we do cover that in the course. But one of them is that you can put some specific instructions in your advert and ask people when they apply for your job that they have to abide by those instructions. So you can say, buried in the description of your advert, you can say something like, when you're applying for this job, please put the word read in your subject line, or dog in your subject line. And that just means that they've actually read the project description properly. So that's a little trick which you can use.
Thank you, Sarah. John says, what if I don't have my product quite ready? He's looking into product creation. Mm-hmm. Will this help me get everything in order to go ahead and tie up the loose ends before he launches?
Yeah, absolutely, because you can get things done quickly. So the great thing is with product creation, with outsourcing, and this is something which I love doing now, is when I actually now use a project management tool called Teamwork. But what you can also do is you can write a list or do a kind of a mind map of all the different things that need doing, and then you can get different things all done simultaneously. So you can have someone working on the graphics, someone building the members area. You can get, be having the logo done. You can be all these different things can all be being done at the same time. So and that's when you can get a whole product launched very, very quickly, because you're not having to do one thing after another. You're just getting them all done at once. So yeah.
Good tip there, John, is that the first thing you do is get your sales page written, because that defines what the end of the course is going to be, and then you can't keep adding to it.
Absolutely, yeah. So always create your marketing material first, then create the product.
Let me have a look. John T says, oh, he's just bought the course and looking forward to getting some stupendous results.
Fantastic.
Mark says, what types of tasks will the virtual outsourcer be able to do for you? Your bonus there, I think, Sarah.
Yeah, okay. So, I would say all of the kind of like, the certainly things like SEO, things like that's exactly the kind of the really tedious stuff. So the stuff we hate doing. So search engine optimization, things like that, particularly. They're great at video SEO, submitting blog posts, all of those types of things.